Okay, good morning people. So, everyone of the internet, I have had some feedback from my last Harrier video where we did a carrier landing aboard the Invincible, I think it was, or the Tower. So from that constructive feedback that I've had, I'm going to update the video and we're going to do another one. Now I've been very professional with this, so let's just get cracking and I will explain on the way down. So we've got the TACAN on, we've got the TACAN is on there, 68 is the heading. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff off of the RWR just to limit all those symbols on my HUD, and we've got that. TACAN heading is 185 over there, so we're going to tune into the boat and then make sure we're on the right frequency, which is 128.5 for this boat, and then we're going to give them a call on the radio. Very important you do this correctly. Very important you do this because you know, you don't want to be landing on when someone else is landing. You take it off or whatever, ruin their DCS day, because it's very important that you don't upset anyone in DCS. People get very upset very easily, so tell them you're inbound. If they're of course not on the frequency, then they're idiots, and it's all their fault, so don't worry about it. So as I said, I have spoken to some contacts I have. I fly with a squadron. I'm not going to name anyone, but fly with a squadron who is UK based. They put me in contact with a guy who he flies with us, but he's currently based in America, does a lot of work with the Navy and the US Navy, who again has found me an actual ex-pilot of one of these, so not a GR or anything, it's an AV8B. Again, not going to name him because he is still currently active and he is flying, or I believe he's now in training on the F-35 after a spell. Grounded, you know, not flying for whatever reason. I can't remember what the reason was. So, anyway, this is as perfect as we can get it for everyone out there. So we're going to make sure height's correct, approach is correct, blah 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 blah. So we know his. In fact, we're going to cancel that quickly. Do a request as assistance. Tell him where we know he's 163. We just want to know his heading. So let's start to turn towards him and we'll get a heading off of him. We want to come in about 350 knots to the back of the boat to start your approach. So we'll get our speed up done properly. I'm pretty sure he's heading east, so let's just abort this and do it again.
011, abort inbound, resuming mission.
So we want to do this right. It's very important we do this right. So let's do it again. ATC, Invincible, inbound. Let's see if he tells us his heading. You can see him down there anyway. So he's it's a bit broken, but he's basically going east 07. So we'll fly off down here and we'll get a course line, which is just down here. You can get a course line on him, hold it down, and then comes up on that UFC. You can put 070. So you've got a nice course line on the MFD there that you can approach him. We'll fly off towards the back and then we'll turn in and do it all correctly as we should. Get the speed right, get the everything right. Make sure your lights are off, everything off. Lights for the carriers, the US anyway. All the lights will be off for their initial approach in. Anything close in, no lights. Get down to the right altitude, which is going to be 2,000 feet up to the initial and then down to 800 feet or so. Again, want to make sure this is all right. 350 knots, 2,000 feet. Let's get down there, and then we'll get turning in on the right heading 07. When that up the top there gets to about 08, we'll start pulling it around and heading in, and then we'll get down to the right altitude as well. We'll just keep descending now, 800 feet. Again, I've gone through this. He's checked this. I sent him this file before I posted it online, and he said, yeah, that's perfect. Obviously not real world, because real world there's a few other things. You're in, you know, more communication with the boat and everything. So this is just for DCS. You know, we don't want to go too silly. So that's getting close to it. That'll do. So this is a correct procedure. We'll get down to 800 feet. So we are 5 miles. We want to make sure we're on SRS. We've got that up the top there. So when we're on SRS, we're going to make sure anyone on the boat knows we're coming. So this is straight from the horse's mouth. What you need to do is just scream and shout to everyone down there that you're inbound. Make sure that there's no sticklers on the deck that are going to go, "Ah, you hit me! Fucking coming in for a landing! Watch out, everyone!" Right, that's it. Don't really do anything else. 3 miles out. Let's get ourselves in that HUD mode thing, whatever it's called. Don't really need to remember what it's called. 350 knots, 2 miles. Right, bang the throttles to idle. Air brakes out. Get the nozzles to about 90. Stick the flaps right down. Landing gear out, 260, something like that. That does good enough. We'll stick the water on landing. Water on landing. Do it properly. Do water on landing. This is again, it's told me this is exactly how they approach in the real world. Slash DCS, because you have to remember DCS is a game, and if you go in the drink down there or you hit the back of the boat or whatever, you just press respawn. So it doesn't really matter. They'll bang the nozzles back to about 70. Don't worry about that. We know we're low because we're going to land, woman. Don't worry about altitude. Turn that off. There we go, altitude to whatever, 90 knots, that was good enough. In homage of the dude that gave me this info for landing correctly, I've copied the squadron that he flies for, so we are American today, look, beautiful. There we go. 0.8 of a mile, 90 knots, yeah, that'll do, 70 nozzles, something like that. Yeah, that's fine. Now what you do is, when you get to the back of the boat, you just go about 0.2 of a mile on the TACAN, 0.3 of a mile. Just point towards the deck, that's fine. Get yourself, make sure you're not going to crash into the back. So when to crash into the back, I mean, God forbid you have an accident on DCS. There we go, 0.2 of a mile. Boof, with the nozzles back to 99 and just go like full power, or virtually full power. Yeah, this looks good. That's fine, that's fine. Well, we're a bit slow actually, so go on then, put the nozzles back forward again. It's actually looking a bit too good, really. Don't worry about getting on that centre line because, again, it's DCS. There we go. I'll put the nozzles forward a bit. We'll pretend we're in F-35. There you go. Idle, bonk, dom. Put the wheel brake on. There you go. Landed. And then what you do, you press this button here, escape, and then you do that select roll. And then we go back to spectators because it's a game, remember? And it doesn't really matter if you don't land properly or whatever. Unless you're an absolute guy with a stick up his ass. Or a lady with a stick up her ass. All good. Right. Hope that helps everyone. See you later.